My name is Shirley and I live with my husband Roger in Wotton-under-Edge. We have 3 grown-up children, have all been through the school system here. And my secret today is to share the secret of purpose. Many years ago when I was at school, I went through primary school in Essex. Yes, I am an Essex girl. And that was very ordinary, and then I went through secondary school and that was pretty ordinary too. I was average at everything really. Didn't shine, wasn't pretty, wasn't clever, wasn't very talented at all really. And as time went on, there were thoughts that I had, actually what am I here for? What am I purpose on earth? Was there anything I specially should be doing? It all seemed a bit aimless. And the other thoughts I had, which I don't know where they came from, as I had a very loving family, was if people really got to know me inside, what would they really think of me if they found out what I was really like? After school, I went to London to do my nurse training. And the advantage of that was, actually, I could hide behind a uniform. That would be quite a useful thing to do at that stage. But the medical and social skills I learnt at that time have lasted me all my life, and they were invaluable. And then I went on to do midwifery in Bristol, as a lot of the girls did then. And in fact, that was a very useful training. All nurses should take it, I felt. Particularly, they might be asked to deliver a baby in a bus. I've never been asked to deliver a baby in a bus, but I have delivered a baby locally in a hurry. So skills are never wasted. But while I was there in Bristol, in spite of a good job and a really lot of friends, I really began to wonder again, what was I here for? Was I just a dot on the planet that would just come and go and nobody would notice? And I was floundering really with what the purpose in life was. Eventually I took myself off to a very lively church in Bristol. I had been to church as a child and had some understanding of what being a Christian was about, but not very much in depth. That church was very good at teaching and helping to be understand, and eventually I got to know that I had to make a personal decision. It wasn't just about going to church and then listening to sermons and music, good or bad, and then going home again. There was something I had to decide. And it was really about, was I really going to go along with what God wanted for me, accept Him as the direction in my life, or was I just going to say no to Him and think that was nothing I was going to be very much involved in? But as I began to understand, I really wanted somebody else in my life who was going to give me some direction. So eventually I did make the decision that God and Jesus was going to be alongside me in my life ahead. I have to say, it was totally transforming for me, game-changing even. And from then on, I had such a lot of understanding about what life could be about. And there are 2 verses in John's Gospel which I particularly realised were helpful. One was, if the Son of Man has set you free, you are free indeed. And the other one was, Jesus said, I come to give you life to the full. And for the first time, I realised that I knew a God who actually knew me from the inside out. And knowing me from the inside out meant that all those doubts and fears and things I didn't like about myself, He already knew. He accepted me just as I was. I didn't have to be clever or talented or brainy or anything really. He just knew that I was His person and He wanted me as I was. That is incredibly freeing and incredibly it means you can live life to the full because you've left behind, if you give them over to God, all those doubts, fears, guilt, inappropriate relationships, bad intentions, all sorts of things that hold you back and make you feel that you can't really do things properly. And that was really life-changing for me. Eventually, I went to Africa to help a friend who was a nurse there. And again, that was a tremendous experience for somebody when you live in the middle of the bush with a few other people. You really face yourself as you are, all your weaknesses, and you have to face them and deal with them. You can't run away from them. But you also learn tremendous strength. I really went to Africa to find out if I could live without the fellowship of the church. And the church was very lively and gave me a lot of support, but could me and God do it just between us? And so that was the strength that we found together. And I learned tremendous about myself and other people, and things that I could do I would never have dreamt of being able to do in England. And when I came back, that obviously has lasted me all my life, those lessons, and that has given me the purpose to do all sorts of things. Under his direction, he has a plan for me as an individual. I really am grateful for that time, and that is my purpose to this day.